Today is gonna be a blast, y'all, because Matt's coming by, and he told me he's bringing someone who I would love to hang out with.
His hook is his sticks.
He wrote this unbelievable cookbook where all the foods are on a stick.
It's really about party food, having a free hand for a drink and a hand for the stick.
So, I chose one of my favorites that I thought would go great on a stick.
I call them Hogs in a sleeping bag.
And then it's into a few of Matt's favorite creations, like his chicken and waffles on a stick, and s'mores on a stick.
Here, we'll share. Who doesn't love food on a stick? I mean, that's like a carnival every day.
Is he here? Matt!
Paula!
Oh, my, what are you doing?
I'm carrying around Paula Deen.
Yes, you are. And isn't it wonderful that she's so petite and light?
And beautiful.
That you can do that. He showed up here at the house with Paula on a stick. He was so cute. He said, Paula, I knew that you were busy and wouldn't have time to give me a tour, so I did the next best thing. I gave you a personal tour.
You sure did. It was fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
I made it. But it's on a stick. But let me tell you, traveling across country with you, Paula, was not easy.
I've got a couple of things I'm gonna make for you, but then I'm turning it over to you. You know, I had a big Christmas party at my house. Mm-hmm. We served these Scotch eggs, but we didn't serve them on a stick. I've got some great recipes, but I wanted you to come here today to help me figure out the recipes of mine that would work good on a stick.
Let's do it.
And what I'm gonna do, you may call them pigs in a blanket, I call them hogs in a sleeping bag. So we've got our thawed puff pastry, and we've got us some bacon that's 3/4 cooked, but I think we can still, you know, get it to move for us. Now I'm just gonna open this. We're just gonna cut this in 4 pieces.
Okay.
You know, I love things on a stick.
You like corn dogs?
Huh? I love corn dogs.
Yep.
But let me tell you, that frees up my other hand to do so many things with.
That's exactly
You know, we're
it.
always wanting to multitask.
Totally.
aren't we?
You got your food in here. For me, it's a glass of wine or some beer in the other hand. What can I do to help?
All right, take that.
Okay.
Roll it.
Okay.
And then you can take a little bit of that water,
to
you know,
glue
to
it.
seal it.
To seal it
to
shut.
glue.
Let's do that. I've been having a great, great time in Savannah. I got to go on the Paula Deen tour.
You tell me you did not.
I did. Y'all have any room for me and Paula?
You come on board and y'all watch your step.
How are y'all doing?
Y'all know who that is, don't you? Michael. That's right, Captain Michael.
Man, I was so surprised to see all the attention with Paula's cutout. I mean, she's got some really crazy fans here. They're lovely, and it's just great to feel the enthusiasm. And it's a really fantastic way to see Paula's Savannah. I need to sit down and take a break. I don't know how you do it. We saw where Michael works.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Michael?
Well, I'm not quite sure, because there was someone on the tour that looked like a dead ringer for your husband.
Get out.
I'm not kidding. Looked exactly like him.
Nobody looks like Michael, Matt.
This man did?
I can't believe it. When Matt was telling me about this man and showing me the pictures, I said, I believe that's the closest look-alike to Michael. I was flabbergasted. Cut them in 3s or 4s.
Let's do 3s.
Got some poppy seeds to roll them in just to give them a little interest.
Absolutely.
What do you think we should rub them in to stick? We've got a spray, we've got a little olive oil, and we got butter.
Well, it's puff pastry, so I would go with the butter.
I like you already, Matt. So you came in all the way from LA?
I did. These look like they're gonna be so much fun.
They look delicious. We can pull us out a bowl of mustard and ketchup, or listen to this one. I eat mayonnaise on my hot dogs.
I'm all about mayonnaise.
Here, you
grab the other one.
Oh, my Aunt Trina taught me 100 years ago that mayonnaise was delicious on French fries. And I later found out that that's very European.
It's very, very European.
The Europeans eat
They do that.
mayonnaise with their French fries.
Do you mix mayonnaise with ketchup?
Yes, I do. All right, honey, let's put those in there, 15 or 20 minutes.
Perfect.
Then I'm turning this kitchen over to you.
Coming up next, Matt's making me his chicken and waffle on a stick.
Once you taste it for the first time, you just want to have fried chicken and waffles.
Can't wait.
And later, who would have thunk it? S'mores on a stick.
I'm so excited.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
Aren't they just adorable little munchers, you know?
I like how that big thing just made little
know.
tiny things.
Look at this bacon sticking out.
Do you mind if I take that one?
I would be mad if you did.
Thank you. So, with things on the stick.
Is this the kind of sticks?
Yeah, totally. You know why?
Did you use?
Yeah, you can use all different types, but you want to use something a little thicker.
Oh,
Look at that. I think there's just that built-in fun factor when you put stuff on a stick.
this is adorable, man.
See, look, for a party, put that on a platter, everybody just kind of...
That takes it from good to great. Look how interesting they are
it's
now.
fun. It's fun, and people want to...
It's fun.
Yeah.
And people like this, and especially ladies. Because we don't like to make a huge mess.
Right, totally.
We want to have a hand for our napkin and our drink.
Or another one.
Or
If
two of those.
If you're double fisting it.
Yes, that really makes for balance.
Absolutely, because you wouldn't be like, whoa.
That's right.
Like, whoa. Yeah. So, But let's taste it now, can't we?
You're cute.
Oh, you were wonderful.
All right, now I like mayonnaise. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna do. Have you ever heard of salsa golf?
Who?
Salsa golf. It's basically mayo and ketchup mixed together, but it has its own name. So I'm making my own little salsa golf right here.
I'm very, very good.
Yum! I loved Paula's Hogs in the sleeping bag because, there's no messing around. It is what it is, and you get to call it a hog.
What are you going to show me?
Now we're gonna make chicken and waffles on a stick. It's a very unique, different thing, but once you taste it for the first time, you just want to have fried chicken and waffles.
I can't wait. So you got chicken tenders?
Chicken tenders, and this marinates for about 24 hours, so that buttermilk can get in those chicken tenders.
Okay, some spices.
Yeah. So
Salt, pepper,
thyme.
Anything else?
Tarragon.
You've got fresh tarragon in there, right?
Fresh tarragon, yeah.
I like fresh tarragon.
I do too. So these get a little messy, and you can help me with these. Yum.
Yeah.
I actually experimented with the whole chicken and waffles thing. It originally was kind of like a waffle chopped up with some chicken tenders. That's based on a restaurant in LA. That was one of my favorite things, and I thought that would be a lot of fun to put on a stick.
Okay, so we're gonna roll them in flour so that the batter will stick to them.
And we're gonna add 1 cup of flour.
Okay. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder.
Yes, ma'am.
A half a teaspoon
Onion powder.
of onion powder.
And then you can add some salt and pepper.
Okay. Okie doke.
Now, I'm going to give this just a quick mix for you, Matt.
We're gonna flour, batter,
Oh.
flour.
Oh, okay.
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 Okay, so next we're gonna make the waffle batter, but we
Okay.
can actually start frying those while I do this over
Okay,
here.
I'm gonna drop
So you do that,
these.
those are gonna fry for a few minutes.
Okay.
Make sure they're just golden brown and then take them out and
Okay.
drain them. And I'm gonna add 2.
I have got flour all over me, Matt. Self-rising flour?
Yes.
Okay.
Some milk.
Okay.
my oil, 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
So soda and powder.
Yes, both.
How much sugar do you need?
1 teaspoon, and then about 3 teaspoons.
Vanilla flavoring?
I'm gonna eyeball it. And then our eggs.
Tell me we're not gonna dip these in syrup. Or tell me that we are.
We're gonna dip them in butter and then syrup. Well, I mean, you can't have a waffle without butter.
I always butter my waffle.
Absolutely, you have to.
Wow. So you just holler when you want me to take them up, okay?
Okay. I would do that now because they're gonna cook a little bit longer once we put this in there.
Okay. Looks mighty good.
How much do you love having a fryer right here in the middle? Because that's like the most brilliant thing.
Listen, this is my luxury mat. Don't use it every day. But when you need a deep fryer, there's absolutely nothing that can take the place of it.
Absolutely. What's your favorite thing to fry?
Chicken. You know it's chicken, honey. Beautiful.
So let's go ahead and we're gonna just take one of these and make sure.
Okay. Is it?
That's good.
Yeah, the stick cools off quick,
Isn't
doesn't
that great? And you don't need to cover it completely. Oh, you can. You can. But that way you get a little bit of the exposed batter from before.
Sorry.
And
Look.
Look at that waffle batter. And I got one last one. The last two.
Okay. All right, now tell me when to start pulling.
I would pull that one right there. That's a nice color.
Okie doke. I think this one's definitely done.
We should probably let this cool off a little bit.
I think you're right.
As much as I want to just grab it and eat it.
I think it would really pull the skin off our mouth.
Those look fantastic.
They do.
Coming up next, I get to sink my teeth into these chicken and waffles on a stick.
This is out of this world.
And Matt thought I'd have a little pull, maybe at my own restaurant.
I'm sorry, sir. I have to get you to step to the back of the line.
Then we make some of the fluffiest marshmallows I have ever seen.
I have a great desire to do that to it.
I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all.
Always butter a waffle.
Absolutely. Are you gonna want some syrup on it? Just had that.
Oh, I don't know. Let me think about it. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Is that what you mean, uh-oh?
I thought that might be too much.
Are you kidding? No, it's not too much.
It was a heavy pour.
You gave me more. I mean, you gave you more.
Well, there you go.
This looks like wonderful maple syrup.
It
like
sure
the
does.
real
I hope
deal.
it is. Yes.
So,
Get some of that butter on there.
Matthew, I am doing it.
I'm gonna do it too. You get that waffle flavor?
Crazy.
And then that chicken underneath there?
It's crazy. This is out of this world. They're cooked perfect. They're still moist,
Absolutely.
but top solid done. Well, what are you fixing to do next? Because I see gelatin.
We're gonna make some marshmallows because we are going to make s'mores on a stick. But we gotta start with homemade marshmallows first.
Okay.
We're just gonna add some gelatin and some water.
Okay.
That's two packets, yep. That's the first
Okay.
step. Did you know today I tried to take the other Paula to the Lady and Sons for lunch, and I couldn't get in. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some special treatment too, because hi, I'm with you.
Well, hello.
Hi, I'm with Miss Paula Deen, and we would like to have a table.
I'm sorry, sir. I have to get you to step to the back of the line.
I'm with Paula Deen.
I'm sorry.
You have to admit, there's no favoritism there, is it?
Kind of thought you could pull some strings, Miss Deen, but
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Get in line, buddy. And take your girlfriend with you.
Is this the back of the line?
Yeah.
Even with me?
Even with
you couldn't
Paula
get
too.
in.
I mean, I had a great time waiting in line with everyone.
I could have made a phone call. I mean,
Well.
maybe it would have helped, maybe it wouldn't have.
So that's gonna sit there, and then we're gonna start making, this is sugar and water,
All right, how much to how much?
or half a cup of sugar, third a cup of water, and then 2
Teaspoons
Of
of
this.
white corn syrup.
Yes.
Okay.
This is gonna take a while, so we're gonna come back over here, but we're
Okay.
gonna keep an eye on that though, because
Okay.
we wanna make sure. Then we're
Okay.
gonna start with 2 egg whites in here.
Well, I have to say, I bet you've never been on a better date. I bet I didn't talk back to you once.
Not one, and you smiled the entire time.
Easy to get along with.
Absolutely.
No arguing, no
No.
confrontation.
No. 2 egg whites in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get them till they're just a little fluffy, but not stiff peaks.
Okay.
Because once that gets to 240, that goes in here, and then I keep
So it's
blending.
like making divinity.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you get
process.
that whole,
Only you don't cook your syrup and water to
totally.
250. You do it to a softball.
So softball, yeah. So now this is ready. We got it to the temperature we want. Okay.
So you think this is ready?
Yeah, that's ready. So that goes into the gelatin, but make sure you
'Cause-
scoop it all out.
Okay. Oh, I will. I'll get every drop.
There you go. Mix it up a little. It'll kind of
Okay.
bring that gelatin back to life. Okay, so we've got our egg
Okay,
whites.
now you let me know.
Okay, go ahead. There you go. You can go a little bit more too.
See, on divinity icing, you would never do it that fast. Every time I say the word divinity or think about divinity, my mama pops up because my mama made the most beautiful, delicious divinity. Now, did you have vanilla in that yet? 'Cause
It's okay though, because the vanilla is the last thing that gets added in here.
okay.
It actually is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go for, it's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop there.
Okay.
Marshmallows.
It looks beautiful.
Isn't it fluffy? And yes. It takes all the willpower I have to not just put my head inside this bowl right now.
Well, this just looks like perfect.
It'll be nice and fluffy, and this I put in the fridge for a few
Okay.
hours.
Why don't we just put him right in here?
That's perfect.
Coming up next, it looks like Matt could use a hand.
Here, we'll share.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
Our marshmallows have come out. We're gonna turn them upside down in case they're sticky.
Yeah.
Because these are not
sugar
those-
instead of flour.
Absolutely.
We've already melted your milk chocolate, and that's it. Nothing else in it. No nothing.
Nope, nothing.
Look at that, Matt.
Look at that. The marshmallow.
Perfect.
Well, thank you. This is a little soft, but
All right,
they're not
can
super
I-
dense.
can I-
You can touch the marshmallows all you
Okay.
want.
I have a great desire to do that to it.
Then go for it. See that? I love that feel.
I do too. It feels so good. I'd love a pillow. The only thing is, I'd wake up in the morning and my pillow would be gone.
Let's spray this with a little oil.
Beautiful.
And if this doesn't work for us,
Here, I'll let you do that.
Alrighty. We'll get a serrated knife just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, look at
It's
that.
like cutting into a cloud. And you can make them as big or as small as you want.
Okay. This was not hard at all.
No. You
You know,
just, yeah.
the longest thing, the only hard thing about it was waiting 2 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
But then you can eat all the other, all the foods you make.
I'm gonna just put some powdered sugar. All right, now what have you got there?
So now we got some graham crackers.
So you're just gonna crush them?
Can't have s'mores without it. You can skewer it now, or you can use your fingers and then stick a stick in. Depends on,
Okay.
you know. I just kind of go like that. You can go in there.
I'm so
Don't know.
excited.
And then there you go. A lot of times you have to eat s'mores immediately. This version allows you to kind of make it ahead of time for parties, because when you're throwing a party, you can't really have guests running over and, melting s'mores. That one's for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You think it's for you? Here, we'll share. Those were the most divine marshmallows.
Now, this is a gift for you. These are some skewers that are actually in my book, but they were very special, and I wanted to give them to you.
Thank you, man.
You're very welcome. They're stainless steel. They'll probably work really well for the marshmallows. That's why.
Let's try.
Let's do it.
Here goes.
Let's try it, because I want to see what happens with these marshmallows.
Yeah. All right, baby. Jack loves his on fire.
Whoa.
My grandson, Jack, just every time he comes to my house, Kenny, let's roast some marshmallows. Let's burn, baby, burn some marshmallows. 10 seconds, maybe. Caught on fire, toasted, and it was just gooey to the very center. I could have eaten a dozen of them.
You guys got any marshmallows left over for us?
Oh, no. Look, it's Paula again.
Adam is Matt's partner.
I'm pretty, right?
You are very pretty.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.